The explosion little girl has finally arrived in SAO. So what's up guys, Foxen here. And yes, Fuka is officially here to cause some explosive fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this week's SAO breakdown. Alright, so as you saw from the ending of the previous episode, Ren's lovely friend was going to be transferring over. And get this, Fuka turned into a loli too, just like Ren. I mean, just what are the chances of also getting a small female character too? And funny enough, she was disappointed at her chess department area. Oh, and this guy. Recall him from the GGO arc in season 2? So what, does this guy stalk this area like 24/7? And funny enough, Fuka was actually interested. As for Fuka herself, I think it is a nice touch that you're finally getting some sort of player stat page right here in GGO. And notice, unlike Ren, Fuka is maxed out in strength. Gotta make those explosions pack a punch, I suppose. And I do have to say, I am freaking loving Fuka right from the beginning of this episode. She is such a little troll. Specifically, he had the comment about her going back outside and trying to see how many people will pick her up. And my god, did you notice? 43 people. There's a lot of people in GGO that are hardcore into blonde lolis. They gotta start something like to catch the predator in this GGO area. As for the solution to Fuka's money problems, hey, why not just call M and ask him for some cash? Alright, so I thought this was extremely easy. She got like 10 million credits right off the bat. So how much exactly is this? Keep in mind that Ren really only had like 1k. Alright, so 100 of these is 1 yen. Which means that 10 million credits is roughly $1,000 US. So yeah, not an extraordinary amount, but really you're getting that for free. I mean, in this little scene, you had the comment from Fuka saying that she's ready to marry M after that. And who could blame her? Which, by the way, for that comment, I'm loving Fuka even more already. As for Fuka's actual weapons, oh yes, some grenade launcher. And not just one of them. So yes, the explosion loli is born. The SAO/GGO version. Move over, MEGUMIN. By the way, just a quick side note about Fuka. Did you notice her little hair accessory? Fuka has one of those brass knuckle stabby thingies. Pretty nice touch. I just wonder whether it was her idea, or if that's just standard in GGO. Next up, Fuka's actual grenade launcher testing. So there was quite a few nice things here. First off, the current prediction line for the actual grenades. Unsurprisingly, the prediction line for this thing appeared slowly. Although this is pretty interesting, it seems that you can only see the lines if you're actually being aimed at. Anyway, from the results of this, it turns out that Fuka is only going to be playing support for Ren. Of course, with Ren charging up in front. Right now I'm just thinking, Fuka better get some sidearm. And not to mention Ren too. Oh, and definitely teach Fuka how to actually shank people before the tournament day. As for that all-girl team this episode, so it seems we're going to be getting more and more of them. They had some talk about them getting some type of weapon to penetrate M's shield. So some anti-spacecraft sniper? Or I guess you could always just blow it up and bombard it up close. By the way, just a quick side note about them. Just hearing these girls speak, I wouldn't place money on it. But it does sound like most of them might be voiced by the same voice actress. Anyway, as for the start date for this second tournament, you had Ren getting ready, but what's this? In real life, Fuka is eating like what, 10 of those ice cream things? Really, how much of a sugar rush does Fuka freaking need? I guess explosions require a lot of it. Oh, and it wasn't translated, but she was eating vanilla and rum raisin. And of course, I just knew that ice cream was going to cause some sort of issues, although I thought it would happen during the tournament. And right here, I just loved how Fuka continues sending Ren her live butt wiping updates. Oh, and did anyone notice that GGO ice cream in the background? Next up, Pito, finally making her grand entrance after being away for such a long while. I was thinking that Pito would only partner up with M, but it looks like she brought some red shirts too. Alright, prediction time. Pito is definitely going to be using some of these guys as meat shields. And while all of this is going on, there was quite the reputation build up for Pito. Let's just hope that Pito is actually worth all this hype. I'm starting to doubt it. Also, did anyone notice two particular characters in the area that stood out? There was that one chick having a drink, then the random green-haired girl. Betting they're going to be important in the tournament soon. Finally, this last little detail I loved. It turns out that the satellite object is not an immortal object this time. You can bet that someone definitely complained about that last time. But don't worry, Meat Shield should still be fair game. So, 5 episodes left. Are they all going to be regarding the second Squad Jam? Anyway, let me hear from you guys. Question of the day. How much are you loving the blonde loli Fuka? She is such a troll. And are both Rem and Fuka gonna have a piece of cake here? Does anyone else think that Fuka might have some toilet problems mid-tournament? And as for Pito, is she being hyped up way too much? Do you think Pito can actually live up to her crazy reputation? Anyway, if you love SAO, smash that thumbs up and subscribe. I'm doing these SAO GGO reviews every week. Don't forget to check out my breakdowns on My Hero Academia Season 3 and Darling in the Franxx. This week's Darling episode had some massive juicy reveals, so be sure to check out my full breakdown on that, and I'll see you guys later.